On this note, it's my singular honor and privilege to invite onto the podium and make his remarks the one and only Tinubu, Okute Nigeria. We stand.
Yeah.
Please.
NDC! NDC! Service!
We the block out.
Our national leaders! Our national leader and my dear brother, distinguished senator, Dickson, the chairman of our party,
And that's all here.
and the leader of the Pampasia group, Pampasia. Let me stand on all due and other protocols. Mine is a simple one because everybody has spoken. And I'm sure you've listened from our chairman to our leader, Rabiu Kwankwaso.
Okay.
I wish to start by most sincerely thanking the NDC family, led by our leader, Dickson, for the invitation and the warm welcome we received. I want to use the same opportunity to even thank the NDC where we are coming from for accommodating us politically when due to unresolved litigation we left our parties, Labour Party and the ADP, and assure them that we wish them all the best, especially thanking the chairman of the party who was very exceptional, David Mark. As we are here now in the NDC, we are part of this family. And this is a great family that will come around Nigeria. Today in Nigeria, we are seeing beneficiaries of our democracy, beneficiaries of our judiciary, beneficiaries of good governance, turn themselves into an agent of destroying democracy, into an agent of injustice, into an agent to ensure that what they benefited from will no longer apply to Nigerians, especially to the opposition party. And I thank the leaders of NDC, especially the leader, for insisting we can't have one party in Nigeria. Nigeria must have democracy. And we insist that those who think we will not have free and fair election in 2027, let them rethink now. Because in 2027 we are going to have free, fair, and credible election. Today in Nigeria, over 140 million Nigerians in multi-dimensional poverty. Over 80 million Nigerian youths are unemployed or underemployed. Nigerians are now being killed on daily basis. Since the beginning of this month, we've lost over 100 Nigerians. Mothers are no longer sure their children that left for school will come back. And also, that that their children that went to work will come back. Every Nigerian today is worried. No Nigerian knows where the next meal will come from. Because Nigeria is now among the hungriest countries of the world, among the most insecure countries of the world. We have the least life expectancy in the world. I can go on and on. Everything that is negative in Nigeria. Nigeria is not a poor country. Nigeria is rooted into poverty. And we will change it. We are coming to reverse this situation and make Nigeria a prosperous country. We want to move Nigeria from poverty, from consumption to production. And that we must do. And we must start doing it by, number one, going with what Rabiu said. We need unity in Nigeria. We want to unite Nigeria. We want Nigeria to love each other. That is why people think we are changing party. Where we are now, let me assure you, we are not changing party because we want it for transaction. We were changing it, like Churchill said, some men change party based on their principle, and some men change party because of opposite of it. So they change their principle to stay in a party. We change because we want to have a place, we have opportunity to build a new Nigeria that is possible. And we assure you, look at our sign. That is the sign our forefathers. That is the sign our forefathers did for independence. That is the sign our forefathers used to fight for independence. This is the sign we use to liberate Nigeria. This is the sign we use to liberate Nigeria. A new Nigeria is possible. A new Nigeria is possible. That's where we want to go. To build a new Nigeria. We have those from Kano, Katsina, Kebbi, Sokoto will feel safe. Where people in Zamfara will feel safe. Where those from Bologna will feel safe. Yobe, everywhere will feel safe. Where those from Port Harcourt, from Bayelsa, from Naija will feel safe. Where Nigerians will know where the next will come from. Where Nigerians, when they are sick, will know where we can travel from Onitsha to Lagos. That's here. Today, if you enter motor in Nigeria, people will be phoning until you get to your destination. And if for any mistake, your call was not answered, then everybody will start fretting. We don't want that to continue. We want to build a new Nigeria. A Nigeria where Nigerians will be safe, where there will be justice, where there will be food, where our children will go to school and come back, where mothers will no longer cry. That is what we want to do. A Nigeria where there is no IDP camp. Everybody will be home. Those mothers in Benue who are living in IDP camp must go home. Those mothers in Jos must go home. And we secure everywhere. Where there is productivity in Kano, where there is productivity in Kaduna, that is what we want to do. We thank you for being part of today. It's a great day. Let us go home and start the work. The work starts today. The work in ensuring that we chase out all these people who are making our country, others who agreed that you can forge certificates, others who agreed that doing the wrong thing is right. They are the people who want to chase out. Thank you. May God Almighty that brought you here take you home safely and continue to bless all of you and your families and continue to bless Nigeria. A new Nigeria is
Mike, come to this, they want to see you. Okay, stop.
Since we joined this party together with numerous stakeholders, millions of our supporters, and 1 million Nigerians, the NDC has continued to attract quality members and ignite enthusiastic conversations among citizens and observers, both at home and abroad. What began as a bold movement is quickly becoming a formidable platform for national renewal. Ladies and gentlemen, Nigeria stands at a critical crossroads. The world is undergoing a profound political shift, yet our nation has been caught unprepared, largely because of poor leadership. Instead of positioning Nigeria to seize emerging opportunities, bad governance has left us bearing the brunt of global changes. We are witnessing a sharp decline in the quality of life. Insecurity has created widows and orphans across the land. Millions have been displaced from their homes. Investments are fleeing. Critical infrastructure is neglected. The education system is collapsing, and harsh economic policies have been imposed on citizens without meaningful safety nets or relief. Yet, Nigerian history teaches us that in our post-electoral moments, visionary alliances have provided the way forward. For example, in 1954, a historic partnership was formed between the Northern Elements Progressive Union, NEPU, led by our mentor, Malam Aminu Kano, and the National Council of Nigeria and Cameroon, NCNC, led by Nnamdi Azikiwe, to achieve national unity. Again, in 1960, against steep odds, Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe's National Council of Nigeria and the Cameroon, NCNC, formed a coalition with the Northern People's Congress, NDC, to birth our independence. In the Second Republic, the alliance between Shehu Shagari and Alex Ikwemi under the National Party of Nigeria, NPN, helped restore civilian rule and national unity after years of military dictatorship. It is therefore with a great sense of unity and solidarity that, as a loyal party member, I support the decision to join the presidential ticket of the NDC so that it allows the region to complete its turn in producing national leadership. This presents a true opportunity for true national union, which will work in evidence with the parties
agreement to ensure fairness and federal character imposed ramifications. This party shall ensure the check the way things are done today by prioritizing leadership without ethnic egoism and religious separatism. The leadership standard we shall set will therefore restore Nigeria's dignity and will guarantee that our citizens at home and diaspora would be treated with respect and dignity. Lastly, we can only achieve that by continuing to mobilize to use our INEC to vote, and the NDC to belong to this noble cause. Please register now. Thank you. Lovely Nigeria Democratic Congress. Lovely the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
NDC! NDC! Service for Nigeria! NDC! Service for Nigeria! NDC! Service for Nigeria again! NDC! Service for the youth of Nigeria! NDC! Service for the women of Nigeria! NDC! Service for God Almighty! NDC! And service for all of humanity! NDC! Thank you. Our able national chairman and all the members of the National Executive Committee, just newly elected, our friend and inaugurated at all levels. Congratulations to you all, and good afternoon. My dear colleagues, in the leadership of the NDC, His Excellency, Engineer Rabiu Kwankwaso, Jagora, Kwankwasia, thank you. And my dear distinguished brother and colleague in the leadership also of this movement, His Excellency Peter Gregory Obi-Kwankwaso. Okute Nigeria. Thank you. Let me recognize all my colleagues, leaders of the NDC, leaders of Nigeria, women of Nigeria, youth of Nigeria, my dear colleagues, members of the National Assembly, and all of you assembled here this afternoon and since morning. We bring you all greetings and warm felicitations from the entire members and leadership of the Nigeria Democratic Congress. Before I make my brief remarks, I would like to remind you all about a quote, a timeless quote, often attributed to Mahatma Gandhi, talking about timeless struggles for change in society. And he says, first they will ignore you, then they will laugh at you, then they will attack you, and then you win. Few months ago, I'm sure they ignored NDC. I'm sure they laughed at NDC. But they cannot ignore or laugh now. But they are attacking. And when they attack, according to Mahatma Gandhi, then you win. Then we, NDC will. Thank you. Your Excellencies, my dear brothers, I join the National Chairman and members of the National Executive Council Committee just affirmed and inaugurated, and there are no more voting, by the way. Today, I address you this afternoon with a deep sense of gratitude. Firstly, to God Almighty for His mercy, for His inspiration, for His guidance, and for His protection. And I also thank you all for your confidence in this journey. I want to use this opportunity to sincerely thank all Nigerians from all walks of life for the trust and confidence they have reposed in me and on all the other leaders of the NDC at ward, local governments, and states. You see, you believe in the ideals upon which the NDC has been founded. Ideals of service, of national unity and cohesion, political inclusion, women and youth empowerment, and the protection of our democratic values in Nigeria. As you all know, this party is barely 3 months old. Yet, no political party in the history of our country has enjoyed this level of acceptance, enthusiasm, and trust from all Nigerians within such a short period of time as the NDC has received. You will recall that in our collective effort to establish an alternative opposition platform that will keep the flames of Nigeria's multi-party democracy alive, we first sought to register this party in 2017. As far back as 2017, when I and others realized that the foundations of my party at the time, the PDP, the big umbrella party, had become weakened and its ideals compromised. Unfortunately, in 2017, that effort did not materialize. However, when INEC resumed party registration last year, we dusted off our application. Even then, we encountered bureaucratic bottlenecks and challenges. And we felt that some of the challenges amounted to an infraction of our constitutional right to freedom of association. And thereafter, we approached the courts. And in December last year, judgment was duly delivered in our favor. That judgment was served on INEC, which complied and issued us a certificate of registration in only February of this year. Following that, I and a number of others publicly announced our involvement and role in this great party, and we immediately commenced nationwide mobilization and sensitization. Since then, Nigerian leaders, opinion and political leaders from every region and part of our country, north, south, east, and west, have embraced and shared in this vision. I thank the Nigerian judicial on behalf of all of us in the NDC for upholding our constitutional right to freedom of association in the judgment of the Federal High Court that led to the registration of this party. I equally commend on behalf of all of us and all lovers of democracy at the INEC, led by Professor George Amubiton, who with his leadership studied the judgment and felt that there was no need to whittle down and encumber the constitutional rights of Nigerians to freedom of association and participation. But that is not the end of the story. While INEC and the courts have done well for the NDC, for which we are grateful, the Nigerian opposition landscape is heavily compromised and intimidated and constricted. While they have done what is right, we urge INEC and the judicial to equally take steps to ensure that all other opposition parties receive fair and proper and legal treatment, and that the PDP and other opposition parties, the Labour Party and all opposition parties, the Social Democratic Party, the African Democratic Congress, and all other opposition parties must strive as well. Multi-party democracy must survive in Nigeria. Nigeria needs a strong party in government, as well as a strong party or strong parties in opposition. Let me say that, contrary to propaganda, there is no appeal in any court against that decision that INEC followed in registering our party.
Judgment forever.
Yes. It's a judgment that will stand forever.
Forever.
There is also, not only that there is no appeal, there is no pending litigation, no litigation whatsoever against the NDC in any court of justice in Nigeria. So don't believe that propaganda. They don't want all of you to identify with NDC, they are scared. They don't want these big names here to leave the other party or any other party. That's why you have all those propaganda, because they want to discourage me and discourage all of you. But they are failed, and you are all here.
Scaremongers.
Now, scaremongering is an old tactic and it will not work. In this party, you have INEC here with us, observing and recording the proceedings of this Congress, unlike what happens in some other parties. So you should know that the NDC has come to stay. The NDC is good to go. The NDC has no faction. The NDC has no crisis. The NDC has no dispute. The NDC has no appeal pending or litigation pending. We are free to go. Now, about a week ago, two very influential political leaders whose influence is national and even beyond, global, they joined the NDC. And since then, the political landscape of our country has changed for good. His Excellency Obi and His Excellency Rabiu, you are welcome, and thank you for disregarding all the propaganda,
Yes.
thrown at you, and all the pressures thrown at you, all the blackmail directed at you and directed at us. You are veterans. We are all veterans in this game. And we know that they will fail. Now, I want to appreciate deeply all the supporters of their excellencies. The obedient movement that is ubiquitous everywhere, they are there. Obedience, are you here? Whoa. I hail you. I hail all of you. I also appreciate the support and enthusiasm shown by members of the Kwankwaso movement. Kwankwaso! Thank you very much. Now, all Nigerians, you all know our record of service in our nation. And for me, our contributions and sacrifices and services at state level, at national level, is well known and well documented. Even when it was fashionable for people to belong to parties that are big, in 1998, as a younger man, I chose the difficult path of joining in the formation of two ideological parties, the Movement for Democracy and Justice, under the leadership of the late MD Yusuf of blessed memory, And thereafter, working with our elders and leaders, joined in the formation of what became the Alliance for Democracy. And whereas others were in bigger parties, we were very confident, staying and mobilizing and winning elections in the Alliance for Democracy, even in Bayelsa at that time, in the early 30s. You are all aware how in 2015, with the defeat, sudden defeat of the PDP, we became opposition. And the Lord fell on me in Bayelsa to hold the fort and prevent the APC, the rampaging APC at the time, from overrunning the whole bill. And I led in opposition. There were inducements, there were threats, there were intimidations, but I resisted them all. People were killed, people were maimed, people were dealt with. Even my re-election, we won in a very difficult and hard way. So in me, as most of you know, we have a hard-boiled opposition operative and leader. In the National Assembly, for all of you who are following, you know the positions we have taken. We haven't taken those positions because it is comfortable to do so. Not because it is convenient. Not because it will win us favors. But we again shows, and we have consistently chosen, the difficult but necessary path that will lead to a multi-party democracy, respect for all citizens, and a better Nigeria. In the Senate, fighting all the time with my colleagues for freedom for all and for the rights of all to be respected and for good governance in Nigeria. We did it then, we have always done it, and we will do it now. We'll do it now. So in us, this convergence of all of us in the leadership, with myself privileged and honored to be national leader of this party, with the historic responsibility of visualizing and envisioning this movement. And now, having the honor of having all of you, patriotic and great leaders of our party, of our country, Rabiu, Kwankwaso, Peter Obi, and all of you, and many more still to come, you can be sure that the political landscape of Nigeria will not be the same again at all. But we cannot do it alone. We cannot do it alone. We need all their support and continued support and prayers. I want to thank all of you for finding time, in spite of the insecurity, in spite of the economic difficulties, in spite of the intimidation and blackmail and propaganda. You found your way to this historic city, our state, our national capital, for this historic convention. I thank you all for that confidence. To all Nigerians, what you have done in the last 3 months is historic. Large numbers of people from all parts of our country, believing and having trust and confidence in us, have been registering massively in our party. I want to thank you for that confidence in me and other leaders, and all the leaders at the state level who you know very well will not let you down. To you all who say that with you behind us in prayers, victory surely will be ours. Victory will be ours, and we will win. Just keep up the pressure, keep up the faith. To all institutions of government, the judiciary, the security agencies, and INEC, we count on all of you to ensure that the democratic rights of all Nigerians is respected and that free and fair elections is guaranteed and people are afforded the opportunity to decide what happens to them and that multi-party democracy survives. To all our colleagues in other opposition parties, we wish you all well. Nigeria cannot be allowed to be a one-party state, and you are all essential workers in that vineyard. We wish you the best, We know all the constraints we're all grappling with. We wish you the best. But if anything goes wrong, just know that there is a credible and clean and viable opposition party that is willing to absorb and embrace all of you. Not as joiners, but as co-founders and leaders. To our colleagues, even in the APC, all of us, we say to you all, you are our fellow citizens and fellow compatriots, citizens of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You are not our enemies. You are only citizens of Nigeria with whom we disagree. And in the next couple of months, going down to the general elections, we shall take these differences in ideology to every ward, to every polling unit, to every local government, every state, every zone of our country, north and south. Our vision of an inclusive Nigeria, a productive Nigeria, a safe Nigeria, a Nigeria that does not talk about divisions, a Nigeria that is united, a Nigeria that will be a pride to all Nigerians and to all Africa. We shall take this message to all. No one in NDC is out to fight or disrespect anyone. But we will not be scared, we will not be intimidated, we will not be induced to say and do what is right. The message of a change in Nigeria will not be abandoned, and it will be carried to all parts of our country. Fellow delegates, a short while ago, in this inaugural convention, in the national interest for which the NDC is established to foster and deepen, we have taken a historic resolution. That is about zoning of the next presidential ticket of our party to the southern part of Nigeria.
Vice President to the north.
Huh?
Vice President to the north. Sorry? Vice President to the north.
And of course, it goes without saying that the vice presidential ticket will come from where?
The north.
We want a balanced and stable Nigeria. We want a Nigeria of equal citizenship, not a Nigeria of division and grievances. Now, you see, as you go back home, take this message of NDC and the change. We want to build a party that is like ANC, an ideological party, a party like the ANC in South Africa. We want to build a stable, enduring party like the Communist Party in China, even if you don't like that, their ideology. But they are stable and they are going on. We want to build a party, the NDC, like the Republican Party or the Democratic Party in the US. We want the NDC to be like the Conservative Party or the Labour Party or other parties in the West. We don't want a party that is transactional. As for transactional politicians, that every election time you see a different arrangement. We want NDC to uplift all of us.
Yes.
And this is a special challenge for you, the young people of Nigeria. It's for you, the women of Nigeria. We have crafted the NDC. We are caretakers of the NDC. You are the real beneficiaries and owners of NDC. Protect NDC. Register, support, motivate, canvass as we move together to deliver Nigeria. I thank you all. Finally, as we end this convention, which has been very historic, I want to, on behalf of the national chairman and his very hard-working team, commend you all. For the past 3-4 months, since December, February, January, you will have not rested with all of us. And all the organizing team, all of you, including those who were conscripted last night, especially slept here. Thank you for putting on a beautiful show. And I wish you all joining message back home. And as you go, arrive in peace, in good health, And may the good Lord strengthen you all and strengthen us. In no distant time, we will assemble in our national capital again for another historic vote. For another historic vote. Towards the end of this month, the National Secretariat will announce the details. But for today, I join everybody in welcoming and thanking you all, and all Nigerians who are linking to this program from other parts of Nigeria and from abroad. Thank you for your support. For all those who have been supporting us in different ways, thank you, and God replenish you. It's a journey we are embarking on together, and we shall win. NDC! 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 I would like to invite my dear colleagues. Like me, the two of them were governors, and they have played different roles in the affairs of our native states. So in this hall, in this leadership, we have a rare combination of subnational governance experience and also critical national exposure. And we are blending all of it. Two of them were governors like me, and like me, they invested in human beings. They invested in healthcare, invested in education, invested in security, and built unity. There are people whose idea is only to build flyovers, including flyovers where they are not necessary. Any other development is brick and mortar, no matter how expensive, if you don't invest in the human capacity. My colleagues and I have a clear vision. So an NDC government, we can be sure that our focus will be national security, investing in the human being, education, healthcare, empowerment, economic empowerment. I want to invite first His Excellency Jagora Rabiu Musa Kokogo. Let him greet his people and make a brief remark.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Pozia.
Amen.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the leader of our party, and former Governor of Bayelsa State, the Senator Dickson, the chairman of our party,